All right, here we go with the energetic weather report for the week. It's actually pretty light as far as astrological transits and things I have here to mention. I'm actually going to go back a little bit to note two things that have just come through and whose energies we may now be experiencing and or enjoying. So big announcement, Uranus is now direct. So Uranus stationed direct on the 26th, just last week, and it is leaving us now with no major planets in retrograde. Hurrah! I'm going to show you a little visual about that in a moment to really look back on just how long we've been in a state of backward motion, right? With planets in retrograde forever, it seems. Well, this was the last one. So now that it has stationed direct, there's a lot of forward moving momentum on our side now, because with all the major planets moving in a direct motion, we can get things done, we can take new leaps of faith, we can get the ball rolling on projects that we want to get off the ground. So 2024 is really starting off with a bang. So use this momentum to your advantage. All right, I'm going to show you a little visual about that in a moment. One other thing to note, January 27th, Mercury conjunct Mars. So this has just transpired. Mercury and Mars have come into alignment again. So the first unit of these two planets, the union happened on December 27th. So if you were dealing with something tense or hostile, a situation at that time that was a little heated, you could be finding things coming around again to be resolved. Or you may be now having an opportunity to look at things through a new lens. I'm actually feeling that Six of Cups that came up for us this week, because it does have a bit of a nostalgic look back energy to it as how we are growing, because it's in Thursday's position. So we'll definitely talk about that in the context of what this fresh energy could be bringing back around for us, where we either now have an opportunity to resolve that tense or hostile circumstance situation, and we could be looking at things through a new lens with new wisdom that we have gleaned through having experienced these things before. So a lot to unpack with how these astrological aspects are influencing our collective energies that we are taking a look at this week. Let's take a quick look at the visual I was talking about, and then we will start to dive into our messages. Yes, so here we are. No planets in retrograde. So all the planets are now direct for 10 weeks until April 1st of 2024. So that's when Mercury is going to go retrograde again. So there's going to be no planets in retrograde. So, just being mindful of Neptune, Jupiter, and Uranus still in a post-shadow phase, because once a planet stations direct, we still have that residual energy from the retrograde that we can experience those ripples of energies. So just noting that those were the three planets that most recently stationed direct were still in their post-shadow. So this is a time of less disruptions to life, yes. Outward focus, yes. Peace and tranquility, more please. Forward momentum, I'm here for it. Flowing energy, enjoy. I love it. So that feels really good. We're really, we're rolling with things. I think there's this with the Aquarian energy that we are in now, there's this sense of fluidity, a sense of flow, of really staying malleable, and we're going to talk about this with the energies of the four this week I'm feeling this holding on loosely to the boundaries and the parameters that we're setting, the framework that we're setting, but also staying open to flex and flow with what is. Right? So just reflecting back on all that had transpired here in this season of retrograde, now with Uranus stationing direct, we have 0 planets in retrograde motion, and we have until April 1st to really utilize this forward momentum. So this marks a perfect time to get a jump start on the intentions that you've been setting for this year. Not to wait any longer to make those commitments and not putting off anything that we want to get moving. So take advantage of this time, because we know things are really speeding up. Time is moving very quickly, and we don't want to miss out on any of these opportunities to really get on these goals and these intentions and seeds that we're planning for ourselves. Not with pressure, not with a sense of you're going to miss anything. I'm saying we're bringing into our awareness that we have this opportunity on our side that we can now build from. as we move forward into these potent energies. So let's go ahead and kick off our week taking a look at the messages that have come forward. I'm going to start with the Imbolc message because it really feels like with that 3-3 that kicked off our numerical sequence this week, it needs to go first. So let's take a look.